What's up, guys? It's your boy Jordan, back with another e-commerce video. And look, it's quarantine. We all got a little bit of extra time on our hands. I do as well. So I wanted to challenge myself. I took a small investment of $500 and I wanted to see how far we could take it with a brand new store over this month of April. And the results are not too bad. We actually were able to scale this store past $30,000 with pretty decent profit margins. And I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna show you guys the numbers and everything. But in this video, I wanna break down exactly how I did this step by step so that you guys can use this time to your advantage and hopefully build something for yourself. So if you're new here, click that subscribe button and hit the like. It helps support the channel a lot and it puts this video in front of more people. But without further ado, I got my laptop right here and let's just go ahead and verify everything so you know this is all legit. So as you can see right here, this is the store. Today it's around 11 a.m. We did about $932 in sales, and you can see for the month we've done about $32,000 in sales, which with a $500 investment, which is what we started with, is not half bad. The profit margins for this store are about 25%. We've done about $7,500 profit on this store this month. It's not the greatest, but for $500 to turn to $7,500 is not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to break all of this down on a quick PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to talk about how I found the product, what the store design is like, the ad strategy, and how we're fulfilling products during this situation. But real quick, I just wanted to jump into the ad account and refresh so you guys know that these numbers are legit. You can see we spent about $13K on ads, and as you can see, we generated over $30K back. So it's almost about a 3x return on the money. And this is pretty solid, you know, for a brand new business, for something that's just getting off the ground. I'm pretty happy with these results. And the best part is that this is in a niche that I'm really passionate about, and I could see this brand scaling very well over the next couple months, especially after the whole COVID situation passes. And you're gonna see what I mean when I explain this a little further in the PowerPoint. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this because I know you guys came for the value, but I just wanted to verify everything first and foremost. So this is just going to be a quick case study, how we turned this $500 into a $30K a month business. I'm going to focus on these 4 areas, and let's begin with product selection. So where I found this product was actually inside of my research software, Viral Vault. Now you might be saying, oh, this is just a funnel into his software, but I'm being transparent with you guys here. That's where I found the product. My team uploads 2 products there every single day, and they're pretty good. They're all selling, they're all trending very well. So that's where I found the product. But more importantly, even if you don't want to use that tool, this is the criteria that the product that I'm selling fit upon. So first and foremost, it's a unique product that can't be bought in stores, okay? So this is something that when they see it, it might be their first time seeing it, or they've already saw it somewhere else, but they just couldn't buy it on that Amazon listing or on that other ad. This is their first touch of that product, and we presented it to them. The product also had a wow factor, and I think this is something that's very important for Facebook ads. If you've seen any of my previous videos, maybe this criteria might not come off as something brand new, but you guys don't have to reinvent the wheel. When it comes to product selection, dropshipping hasn't changed very much over the last year to 2 years. The same type of products are still selling. You just have to be a little bit more creative with your marketing, which we'll talk about down the line. This product was also an essential product, meaning it's something that somebody could use every single day. It's an apparel product. I'll be transparent with you guys. It's a piece of apparel. So it's an essential, something that you would want to wear every day when you're going on your trips or whatever you're doing. And also, it has broad mass appeal. Now, it is in a niche, but inside of that niche, pretty much everybody can use it. Men, women, children. It's very broad, okay? So it's not just this hyper-targeted niche. And that's why I feel so confident that we're gonna be able to scale this thing up pretty high over the next couple months. Also, it's not a COVID-related product. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for saying that. I'm gonna bleep that out. It's not one of those products. It's not like a cleaning tool. It's not like a face mask or anything like that. It's actually in a niche that you would think is not a good one to get into right now. You know, I was just talking about this to one of my students yesterday, and what I was explaining to them is that if everybody is doing one thing, maybe you should go a little bit around and go to a slightly different route. Like, for example, Everybody is selling fitness products right now. That is what every single dropshipper is trying to do. How about instead of selling fitness products, you sell fitness apparel or fitness accessories like a fitness band or a smartwatch? You know, if everybody's trying to do something, it's not the smartest idea to do the same exact thing. So try to be a little more creative, try to be a little bit more unique in what you're selling, and I can guarantee you it's gonna pay off. So how did I design the website and what did the website look like? Well, the store is a branded niche dropshipping store. And if you click on the top right, there's gonna be a link that's gonna send you guys to one of the videos I made a couple weeks ago where I break down my exact store design strategy and how I make these stores look nice and clean. This store is focused on not one product. It's not a one product store. It's focused on one type of product. So for example, jackets, or for example, pants, something along those lines where the whole store is built around this design and it has many options of that type of product, okay? When it comes to the store design, guys, the two things that matter the most is really high quality branding, really clean stock images and banners, and a nice shopping experience. You want your customers to genuinely feel like they're shopping with an established brand. If they feel that way, they're gonna be so much more confident to spend money with you. Now, for the landing page itself, the way that it's designed is very simple, okay? I put some very high quality custom images on there. This is something where I take the images from AliExpress, I load them up into Photoshop, which is an invaluable tool. It helps so much being able to use Photoshop. I put them inside of there. I stick our logo inside of them. Sometimes I add some extra elements like a little line describing what the product is doing or a little circle to describe a feature of the product, just so that when they come to my landing page, it's a unique shopping experience that they're not going to get on any other store. Unless somebody copied my photos, of course. But also the description is very clean and easy to read, okay? The description is focused on very quick benefits. So we introduce the product with a headline saying this product does X or this product will help you with X. We give a 1 to 2 paragraph description of overview of the product. So introducing this product is designed for this. This product can help you with this, this, and this. That's how it's introduced. And then we stick a nice clean image inside of there. And then we just go straight ahead with the benefits of the product. So product does this, product does this, product does this. We try to make it rapid fire because a customer's attention span is typically very small. We want them to be able to scan through our description and figure out everything that they need to know in one quick swipe, or at least 2 quick swipes. We also have many images in the description. I found that this helps with conversions a lot because most of your traffic is coming from mobile. So the customer is scrolling, and after they get past the top, they don't see those images at the top anymore, and you want to have images scattered through the description. Make sure it's clean, make sure it flows well, but that's what we do. And also, we just threw some reviews in there with Ali reviews. You can simply import them from AliExpress and customize them up a little bit. That's exactly how we set up the page. So I'm going to talk briefly about the ads testing strategy. If I went all in on my Facebook ads strategy, this would be a 30-minute long video, and I know you guys don't want that. If you want an in-depth Facebook ads strategy, comment down below Facebook ads, and I'm going to go ahead and make a video for you guys up next about that. But this is a simple low-budget testing strategy that you can use, and it's the same one that we use for this store. So we did one campaign on ad set budgets, not campaign budget optimization, just ad set budgets. We did 10 to 20 broad ad sets, okay? So when I say broad, I mean it has over 500K in audience size. And I just started with $10 budgets per ad set. Now you could start with more. Typically I do start with more, but we were starting this store on a low budget. So I wanted to just keep it at 10. And we did the big 4 countries as well because shipping elsewhere is kind of crazy right now. So we did 3 creatives in each ad set, meaning we took the same video and we just put a different thumbnail and a different copy in each video, and we tested which ones did the best. And after the second day, we found some pretty consistent trends in which video is working the best. We killed the other ones and just kept it moving with the winners. Now, after seeing good performance in that first day of testing and killing the losing audiences, we decided to scale this up horizontally, which means launching more audiences and sending more traffic that way. So what I did was I figured out the best performing creative, like I just told you guys, and from there I launched 3 to 5 new audiences every single day inside this interest testing campaign. So every day I log on to Facebook, I just do 5 new audiences. Some of them were so random, some of them were completely off the ball, but funny enough, from doing that, we were able to find way more audiences that were converting, and this increased our revenue drastically. And the best part is that since this is not vertically scaling like increasing the budget, all these are on low budget, so the cost per purchase stays relatively low, and we're getting more and more traffic. So we're able to scale and keep a high level of profitability. So once you reach 100 conversions or 1,000 conversions, you want to launch your lookalikes. So the way that I do the lookalikes is 1%, 1 to 3%, 3 to 5, and 5 to 7. And once again, if you want me to go in and break this down inside of the Ads Manager, I'll be more than happy to do that. I just want to keep this video short for you guys because I know you don't want to watch a 30-minute long video. So after you figure that out, after you get your horizontal stuff going, after you get your lookalikes going, you want to take your top 5 performing ad sets and put them into a CBO campaign. This is a campaign where you're going to set your budget for the campaign itself and let the money distribute across the ad sets automatically. When you do this, it allows Facebook to scale as free as they want, and you're going to see better results from this. Now, the way that I do this is just putting my best creative in there, putting my top 5 to 10 ad sets in there, and letting Facebook do their thing. And after 48 hours, you're going to kill the ones that aren't working very well, and you're going to replace them with some new ones. So if you have that horizontal campaign that's doing well, that has a bunch of ad sets in it, you're just going to go ahead and take some of those winning ad sets and put that into the CBO, and you keep rinsing and repeating this process. And what's going to happen is you're going to reach a point where you're having at least 5 ad sets that are doing very well inside of that CBO. And once you're there, you can scale that CBO by increasing the budget by 50% or more after 3 days of profitable sales. So it's a pretty simple strategy. You start with broad interest testing. You find some that are working. You kill the losers. You launch more inside of that. Then from there, you launch your lookalike audiences, which is also horizontal scaling. And then you scale vertically by taking your best performers and putting them into a CBO. Okay? So bonus is just setting up your retargeting campaign. This is pretty much a no-brainer. This is the highest ROAS ads that we have in our campaign. These are running at like a 4 or 5 or sometimes 6 ROAS every day. And all you have to do for this is go into Audiences tab on Facebook, set up custom audiences for Add to Cart, Initiate Checkout, Video View, and View Content. Create a $30 CBO and make 1 ad set for each objective. So you want to make a very simple creative for this as well. The creative that we're using for this is literally the product on a white background. But the reason why people jump on it is because the offer is irresistible. We're giving them an exclusive discount code that they can only see on this retargeting ad, and it's working very well. So last thing I want to talk about, guys, is the logistics and the fulfillment side of things. So we fulfilled everything from AliExpress initially using AliExpress standard shipping. This is the only feasible option on Ali right now. And with this, we were getting like 20 to 30 day shipping times, which is kind of long. But since it's COVID, you could message your customers and they're going to understand a little bit more right now. At least that's what happened in our case. But after hitting 1K a day, we started contacting a bunch of suppliers on Ali directly, asking for a cheaper quote and for faster shipping. And right now, shipping is pretty rough out of China overall. But with a supplier relationship, you can usually get access to private shipping lines and cheaper quotes for your products, which makes it possible to scale with confidence. So this product, like I said, is an apparel product. So I didn't want to work with an agent because if I did that, we would have had to order in bulk and there's a bunch of SKUs for the product. So that's our goal for next month. But for this month, since we're starting with such a tight budget, it just didn't make sense. So we started working with our supplier. They quoted us at a cheaper price. They gave us a private shipping line. And right now we're getting around 15-day shipping times. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, but that's not half bad. That's not too bad for everything that's going on in China. And once this situation passes, we'll be able to get much faster shipping times than that. And also for you guys who are scaling, I provided 2 resources down below to some agents that you can contact. These agents will only reply to you if you're doing 30 plus orders a day, so don't waste their time. But if you are scaling, you're looking for something reliable, go ahead, check them out down below. So that's pretty much everything for this video, guys. I want to say thank you so much for checking out the video. I want to also update you guys about the winner of the giveaway from my last video. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go pick that together because a lot of you guys went crazy on that video and I want it to be fair. So let's go ahead, let's go to my channel and let's take a look at the comments from the last video and let's pick one of these people. In the last video, I did a giveaway to lifetime access to my software, Viral Vault. And we had a ton of comments. So let's go ahead, let's scroll and let's pick somebody at complete random. And yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna let this load up here. Give it a second. All right, so we got a bunch of comments loaded up. Here's what I'm about to do. I'm about to close my eyes just like this, okay? And I'm gonna scroll, and I'm just gonna let the mouse land on wherever it lands. Let me mute this real quick. All right, so ready, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom, right here. So the winner right here is Ken Fung. Ken Fung is the winner. I'm gonna shoot you a reply on this message. If you see this video, make sure you send me a DM on Instagram. I'll make sure to get you that account. And if you guys wanna enter in, I'll do another giveaway on this video because you guys went crazy in the comments. Comment Facebook ads down below. If I get enough of those comments, I'll make an in-depth strategy guide and I'll give one of you guys lifetime access to the software. Anyways, that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be posting a new e-commerce video every single week. Give me a thumbs up if you like the quality of this content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.